Taxi vlog 131. Yes, the 131st taxi vlog. I made a few of these, didn't I? Well, I guess to take care of first things first. The fuel situation is like this. I was confronted by the owner of the cab a couple days ago. Now, on Friday, I came to work, and well, now it's Monday, but on Friday I came to work and took the cab and fueled it up, and it took $3.62 or something like that to fill it up, which is nothing really. So I'm thinking, okay, the owner had a talk with the guy and he's not gonna fuck with me again. Now the following evening, this was Saturday night, I came to work and there was the owner at the door when I came to get the keys from the mailbox, and he said, he asked me to come in for a minute, and he said that, well, here's what's going on, is that when you're driving the car and the fuel is sloshing around and the fuel is warm because you had the heater on and the car's going and there's some heat in there, and when you park the car, the temperature in the fuel tank goes down after you fill it up, and the gasoline contracts because it is a little colder. And so when we went, after you parked the car last night, we pumped $7 into the tank about 2 hours after you parked the car. I said, oh, okay, so how do you explain the $23 from last Friday? And he says, well, it's like this. The day shift driver got in the car, and he always marks down how far he goes and how much gas he put in. And he showed me his list of gas and distance, and he even had put a note in there saying, that's a little much, eh, Andy? And I'm saying, what? Well, there was one day he said that he only went 100 kilometers and he pumped $25 worth of fuel into the car. And I said, I have no knowledge of this. He said, well, that's right, because the guy who drove before him wasn't you. Oh, so it's not me who did that. It's somebody else who was driving in the day who ripped him off, and so he thought he would get back by getting back at me, thinking it was me who did that. Isn't that a classic? So that's why my fuel tank was so low Friday a week ago. And he says it's normal for the gas to contract after you park the car when it's cold outside. He says when you were getting $6 and $10 and $5 and $7, whatever, he says the same thing happens after you park it, if the driver goes straight there. And we were talking about somebody else who's a little whiner who always, I say, fine, you know, if it's under by $7 or $10 after I park it, then it's okay if it's under by $7 or $10 when somebody else parks it. So, problem solved. The day shift guy was trying to get back at somebody who had shorted him, and he thought it was me, so he would do me that favor of shorting me, which is not the right way to proceed. It's not. Anyway, the whole fuel hardy thing is done. It's over with. We've dealt with it. The fuel is dealt with. Aside from that, Friday night, you know, I had so many chores to do. It is a windy, blustery day or night out there, actually, and the wind is blowing hard, and the thin, wispy clouds and thick, heavy clouds are moving fast in the wind. So we're going to find pieces of trees and crap on the ground as we go through the night. Where was I on that? Oh yeah. So because I had done so many chores, like, you know, taking the garbage to the landfill and scrubbing the tub and getting groceries and what else? We did our laundry last week and a whole bunch of stuff, and so we got all those things done. However, we've both been procrastinating on the dishes, and it is kind of my turn to do them. I hate doing dishes. But really, was that what I was here to talk about? I think my mind is everywhere. It's kind of helter-skelter this evening. Yeah, so anyway, I worked the night. It wasn't that busy the Friday night. It just, you know, kind of dragged along, and I kind of dragged my ass along. And then at about just after 2 o'clock, I got a call. And the call went way out of town to East Souk. And it was good fare. I got like $70 for doing that. It was nice. But then as I was traveling back into town, because I was so dead tired, I was, you know, how you fall asleep for just an instant at the wheel. That's a little scary to have that happen a couple times on a drive back from out of town. So once I got to my favorite little parking lot, I parked the car. And I reclined the seat and went to sleep. Now, I'm used to the MDT putting me in the zone automatically, but when you clear way out in East Souk or somewhere like that, it still thinks you're on a trip because you were not within range when you cleared. So I slept for about an hour, and then I woke up, I think it was about 4 o'clock, and I did an update, and it said I was on a trip. So I did a code 83, which clears me from the trip, and it's supposed to put me back up in zone, which it didn't. But anyway, I reclined my seat again. It was about 4 o'clock. I slept until 6:30, folks. That's how tired I was. And when I woke up, it said I was booked off, or not in the zone. So I missed about 3 hours of my shift by falling asleep. But I probably needed to sleep more than I needed the money. The Saturday night was pretty good. By today's standards anyway, it was pretty good. It worked out all right. I had a fairly good night, and I had a good time out here, you know. For a change, on a Saturday night, somehow, you know, I got enough sleep during the day, and actually in the previous shift, and I got enough rest, and I got under my light so that the seasonal affective disorder doesn't get me too bad, and that worked out good. Last night, which was the Sunday night, was quiet and slow, so I got some viewing done of YouTube videos. I saw quite a few interesting things. Tonight I don't think is going to be any different, being Monday night. It's going to be quiet. I'm going to look at some more videos and put this one up in the morning. Then there is tomorrow night, which is left to go for the week, and that's it. It's been pretty uneventful out here. You just make a bit of money and you pay your bills and you go home and you go to sleep, or you edit videos. Anyway, that's about all I wanted to talk about this time. It's one of those in-between taxi vlogs where nothing really, you know, memorable has happened. But when something memorable does happen, and it might happen next week, I'll make another taxi vlog. Hope yours is better than mine. Have a good night.